Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching today and welcome to the screenshot reveal for our exhibit animal for the new Wetlands animal pack coming to Planet Zoo. And it is this little alien looking lizard thing. Like what is this? I saw this morning and I knew obviously that we were getting a newt because it had been announced, it was common knowledge and everything, but I never actually Googled what the Danube Crested Newt looks like. And so then I get this morning on my Twitter timeline feed. What is this? First of all, I think it looks pretty fantastic. I'm very excited to get a newt species. I think it's a perfect type of animal to get with a wetlands animal pack. But nonetheless, a very interesting one. Now, I was actually looking up to read a little bit about these guys, and unfortunately, I'm not finding too much. I know that there's a lot of amphibious species, newts and things like that are just these smaller animals that are really kind of hard to study and whatnot. So I don't know if there's just not a lot of research out there on them or if I'm just missing it. So this is one that I am going to ask you guys for your help. If you know anything about this animal, let me know in the comments down below because I am fascinated with the fact that this thing looks the way it does. I want to know everything about it. But let's talk about, before we get into the little bit of information that I found, let's talk about this screenshot. So, very clearly, the newt is completely underwater in what will be its exhibit habitat in game. Now, my question being that, of course, because it is a newt, it is going to need some land. So I'm imagining that the exhibit is going to look very similar to the terrapin. The box is going to have some water completely surrounding it, probably around the entire perimeter, facing all the glass, and then it might have like a little island in the middle, which is probably what this is. Either that or this is like the backdrop of the exhibit. But I'm curious to see how much water it actually has, more or less than the terrapin, and in 1.9, we can actually change the color of this water as well. And we see some little bubbles here coming up. So very interested to see how this guy is actually going to look in game. And if we're going to be able to find him, because newts are tiny. So are we actually going to be able to see this little guy in game? Because I, for one, can never find the freaking habitat animals. They always evade my finding, and I can never see them. So I basically just place down glass boxes with nothing in them all over my zoos because I can never find what animal's actually in there. Anyway, that aside, let's go ahead and talk about the little bit of information that I did find on these guys. The Danube Crested Newt, or Danube newt, is a species of newt found in Central and Eastern Europe along the basin of the Danube River. It has smaller and more slender body than other crested newts in its same genus, but like those, males develop a conspicuous jagged seam on their back and tail during breeding season. So this is what I would like to know more about. This is the very obviously the very conspicuous jagged seam on their back and on their tail, but this research seems to hint at the fact that this is only during breeding season. Every other picture that I have found of these guys, they basically look like a skinny brown worm with feet. They don't look anything like this. So I'm wondering, obviously I think this is how they're gonna look the entirety of the time that they're in game. But this looks or sounds like that it is only during their breeding season. For half the year or longer, adults live in slow-flowing river margins, lakes, or ponds where reproduction takes place. Males perform a courtship display, and females lay around 200 eggs individually onto leaves of aquatic plants. Larvae develop 2 to 4 months in the water before reaching metamorphosis. For the remainder of the year, the newts live in shady land habitats, usually forest. Although not yet considered threatened, Danube Crested Newt populations have declined significantly, the reason being mainly habitat loss. The species is protected by law in the European Union. And that's basically it. This site that I'm on, there's not too much more information on these guys. They are listed as near threatened on the IUCN Red List. They're carnivores, so that's basically all it says. What they eat doesn't list it, just that they're carnivores. Says that they are oviparous and burrowing species, so meaning that they're going to lay eggs and that they burrow down, and that's how they live their lives. They're found in the European continents, countries including Australia, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Croatia, Hungary, Romania. So I think these guys are a really cool pick for the game, but I don't know a lot about them. So do please leave any information that you are aware of down below, or places that I can find more information, because I would love to learn more about these guys. Other than that, there's honestly not too much to say. Clearly they're an exhibit animal, so you're gonna put them down the same way as any other exhibit animal. These guys are never my most anticipated animal. I'm never like super hyped, super excited about the exhibit animal themselves. But as far as exhibit animals go, I think this was a really interesting and a great pick for the Wetlands pack. So I'm excited to learn more about them and then see if I can't find them in game and take a look at them kind of moving around, see if they do anything in their exhibit or anything like that. But yeah, you guys, this is a pretty short, sweet, and simple video. We have, I think, just one more to see, and I'm very interested that they left the Lechwe as the very last animal. The Nile Lechwe or Lechwe, I've been told it's said both ways, is the only animal I believe we haven't seen yet. So hopefully we get a peek at that tomorrow. But until then, if you did enjoy the video, do leave a like. If you're interested in any more of the Planet Zoo content or the Wetlands Animal Pack coming out, we will be covering it here on the channel. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And until next time, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!